Hi, I'm Konomori and welcome back to Trails Code Steel. Yeah, I know, damn long time too. So let's get right on it, because well, stop talking and go on. The Ministry of Railways wishes to thank all passengers for the patronage. This special express line is bound for Ruhr. Our next stop is Ruhr, the terminus of this express line. Please ensure you have all of your belongings with you when disembarking the train. Here we are. This is my first visit to the Empire Industrial Metropolis. Actually, it's my first time too. I passed through when I first came to the academy, but even then could see why people associate it with industry. Feels like the whole city is one big massive island. Yeah, it really does have that vibe. What are those cone-shaped towers out in the distance anyway? Oh, those are the orbital generators for the industrial plants. There are tons of large factories in the city, so they need those to create all the energy needed to power them. Wow, really? If I wasn't seeing it for myself, I'd be hard pressed to imagine a city like this. Ruhr Station. We finally made it as far as Ruhr. We need to transfer to the freight line to reach the North Highlands from here, right? Right, there'll be a freight train leaving from platform 4 that we need to board. Platform 4 is up the staircase and to the left, I think. Alright, let's not waste any time there. Woohoo! Hello. I see the train to Heimdallr has finally arrived. I missed the train I was originally hoping to board. But holding out hope that I won't miss my business meeting. Be sure to visit a friend that does this every time we get off the train. I suppose he is getting up there in the years though. We are finally here. That for our journey from Heimdallr never plays nice with my bag. I can hardly believe I've made it all the way to Ruhr. I never imagined that he would be such a Dutch pursuer. What map? No. Country map. Begins at 3 o'clock. Would you like to check it in at the hotel first? Woo! Look at all those trains. That's the coolest. He's always so excitable. But I do wish he had a volume control knob sometimes. Woo! Another map. Schedule. Scene. Come to think of it, it's already past noon. Perhaps we should purchase some lunches for the rest of our journey. Sounds like a plan. We still have another 4 hours to go. We are going to need to eat something between now and dinner. It seems highly unlikely a freight train would be equipped with vending machines or such other comforts either. We need to go through the ticket gate then. There's a shop in the main part of the station that sells pre-packed lunches.
Oh, there be any need for that. What?
No way.
Sharon? Huh, huh, huh. How did you get here before us? The power of my love for you allows me to do the impossible, my lady. And as you'll see, I've prepared packed lunches for all of you that far surpass this morning's offerings. I do hope you'll enjoy them.
Thanks.
Received a special packed lunch for each member of the group.
We really appreciate you going to all the trouble to make these for us.
True. That said, I'm really curious how you got here before us.
It seems that the Rhineford family's maid enjoys a little amusement at the expense of her employer. I imagine you transferred to an airship in the capital?
Ah.
Of course. Why didn't I think of that? You can cut the time from Heimdall to Ruhr in half if you travel by airship, I think.
You got me. I took advantage of the opportunity to borrow the airship's kitchen so I could make your lunches as well. They're quite fresh, so take a moment to savor the taste. Well, thank you.
We really do appreciate all you're doing for us.
Honestly, I knew you had to be up to something. You're not planning on coming all the way to the Nord Highlands with us now, are you? I'd love to, but unfortunately, I have some other business I must attend to. I may not be able to return to Trista for a while either. Other business?
Sharon will be assisting me with my work.
Mother?
Hello, Elisa. Ah, you all must be members of Class 7.
Irina Rhineford.
I'm Elisa's mother, Irina, also the chairman of the Rhineford Group. It's a pleasure to meet you.
The pleasure is ours. I'm Reen Schwarzer.
Pleased to meet you. My name is Emma Milstein.
Gaius Warzel. Glad to make your acquaintance.
Eustace Albarea. A pleasure.
I'm glad you're all managing to get along with my obstinate daughter. I wish I could stay a while, but unfortunately I have work that can't wait. Come along, Sharon.
As you wish, Madam Chip. What? Seriously? You show up like this and that's all you have to say? It's always work with you, isn't it? You probably didn't even notice I left home until I was already gone. Now it's just, hello, Elisa, and that's it? My lady.
I did get the impression her relationship with her mother wasn't always sunshine and gumdrop. Seems there's a lot of friction between them.
You can live your life however you see fit. I have no intention of forcing the Rhineford Group on you. Even if you decide to follow a certain someone's path and cast aside all sense of responsibility, it's your choice to make. Besides, I still manage to keep myself informed of the general goings-on in your academic life in the monthly reports I receive from the Academy.
What? I knew Sharon would relay back information about me, but reports from the Academy itself?
Oh, you must not have known. In addition to my other responsibilities, I also sit on the Academy's board of directors.
Oh my, that means...
Just like Rufus.
It does appear that way. I'd certainly deem the chairman of the Rhineford Group a canny choice as a member of the board.
The Rhineford Group is heavily involved in the development of the Orbital staff, as well as your Arcus. I must say, I'm quite pleased with the reports I've received on your usage of both. I'm looking forward to seeing the results of this month's field study as well. Do give me some good reading, won't you?
Please excuse us, my lady. Take care during the rest of your journey. Elisa.
You all right?
Thinks she gets away from her and right back into it. Damn it! I thought I finally had her out of my hair, but it looks like she was one step ahead of me this whole time. I take it you and your mother aren't on good terms then. Yeah, I think that much was abundantly clear. Things have been rocky between us for a long time now. Once I left home, that was the first step that led to me enrolling in the academy. But how was I supposed to know I'd gone and signed up for the school she sits on the board of directors for? How could I have been so stupid? Why didn't I conduct a more thorough investigation before I made my choice? I don't know what to say. You have our sympathies, I suppose. Is your mother being on the board of directors really such a problem? Well, it's complicated. Usually she seems like she's only interested in her work, but then she'll suddenly stop meddling in my life. She says to just do what I want, but always turns out wherever I go, she's there ahead of me, just like today. I should have known something was up. The bank account my grandfather gave me to cover my academy expenses hasn't taken a dip since my first day at tours. So your mother's been paying your bills the whole time. It does seem like a strong possibility, especially considering her presence on the board of directors. I can't see what you're grousing about. Most people would be grateful to have a parent display that much interest. What? At least your mother spared the time to come and greet us. At least she showed the slightest trace of interest in you and your classmates. Oh. Useless. Forget it. Well, we just entered the tunnel. The 1st of May, now that we are going through the mountains. I see. Anyway, how about we dig into those lunches Sharon made for us? That sounds good to me. It seems like she went out of her way to prepare them. Alright, if these are super because she had to make do with the airship's kitchen, I won't let her hear the end of it. Ha! Well then, let's dig in. Wow, so you're going to the Highlands for an academy field study. Sounds like your budding soldiers do some pretty interesting things as part of your training these days. I suppose you could say that. Ours seems quite different from most other military academies in that regard though. Still, feels pretty neat to see you all dressed up in your uniforms. They look pretty sharp on you. Thanks for the vote of confidence. Even at the academy, Gaius always stands out because of his hair. Yeah, he towers over even second years. Are all of the people in your settlement of similar high? Nah, I'd say my dad is the only one who really has hate on me. My younger brother's fairly short, though. I wouldn't doubt he has another growth spurt coming his way. I seem to remember you mentioning you have quite a few siblings. A younger brother and 2 younger sisters to be exact. They're a little on the shy side, but I hope you'll get along with them. Can do. Still, if we look through the window, it really feels like we're getting close to the Highlands now. Indeed. Man, seeing you kids rushing up on some adventure kind of makes me jealous. Anyway, we're about halfway through the Isengard range now. We should reach the gate in 2 hours or so take this time to relax. Thank you. We appreciate the info. Did you meet him back in the spring when you were on your way to Trista? Yeah, made this same trip back then too. We had plenty of time to kill, so he taught me a lot about Erebonian culture. Sounds like a pretty nice guy. I'll bet that served as a pretty useful primer. It was. There's a lot of people I'm thankful to for helping me come this far. The guidance of the winds and the goddess most of all. The winds and the goddess. Classic goddess. Hey, that looks like. We ought to be coming out of the last tunnel any time now. I see. Elisa, use this. We are almost there. Huh? Nee. Ooh. So this is... I can only just make it out in distance, but it looks like that's it. So that's the North Highlands. I'll admit, it appears even more breathtaking than I was expecting. I'll be even happier to hear you say so once you've seen it up close. $16.30. Sender gate. Ah, you've arrived. It's a pleasure to see you again, Lieutenant General. Likewise, it's been months since I last saw you. Seems almost surreal to see you standing there in a military academy uniform. Though this is the first time I've seen the Tor's ensemble in red. This is the color they used for my class, Class 7. Looks like he's pretty high up in Imperial Army. Yeah, I'm betting he's the Lieutenant General in charge of Sender Gate. He seems quite close to Gaius. An Imperial General with an eye patch that seems familiar somehow. These must be your classmates. Indeed, these are about half of my classmates from Class 7. I'm Rain Schwarzer. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir. Elisa Reinford, sir. And Emma Milstein, sir. Uses Aurora, it's an honor. Seems like your classmates are as interesting a bunch as I'd hoped. Lieutenant General Sex Vendor. I'm Sex Vendor, commanding officer of the Imperial Army's 3rd Armored Division. Pleasure to finally meet you. Pleased. 196. So you're one of the guardians of the Honor family. Oh, it seems some of you already know of me. The guardian of the Honor family? Ah, now I remember. The Vendors are a celebrated military family responsible for the protection of the Imperial family. And 196 Vendor is said to be one of the Imperial Army's finest generals. They say the Vendor and the R-State School of Swordsmanship are the two most renowned styles in Arabonia. It's truly an honor to meet you, sir. Just a military man, hardly deserving of quite that level of praise. I'd love to hear about all of you and your excursion to the Highlands, but unfortunately, we don't have the time. You should set out as soon as possible if you want to reach the settlement by nightfall. I agree. Were you able to take care of all of the arrangements? I did, rest assured. What arrangements? You need to head out now if you want to reach Gaia's home by sundown, right? Right, which is why I asked the Lieutenant General to arrange some transportation for us. Alright, just follow me and I'll show you the way. Wow. North Highlands. It's simply breathtaking. I had no idea land so beautiful lay at the far end of the railway. Honestly, I suppose words are woefully insufficient in the face of such majesty. Glad to hear you think so. Also, as I was saying, we had to travel to the settlement on horseback. The Highlands are way too vast to cover in any reasonable length of time on foot. You'll be fine. You're a member of the riding club, and Green and Lisa both have riding experience, right? Yeah, I think I can manage. I learned back at home, so I should be okay as long as we aren't making trick jumps or anything. I'm afraid I've never ridden a horse before. Not a problem. You can just hitch a ride on the back of someone else's horse. Lisa would probably be the best choice considering the balance of weight. I can do that. Is that alright with you, Emma? Yes, although I do feel a little nervous. Let's mount up at once then. Okay, say now. Ready for takeoff. This is a fine horse. Are you doing okay back there, Emma? Yes, I'm fine, I think. Make sure to hold on tight when you stop moving. This should be a fun trip. There are all top quality horses raised here in the Highlands. The good clip should be able to reach the settlement in under an hour. Oh, and before I forget, I'm sure Gaius won't have much need of this, but the rest of you should take a map of the Highlands. A map? Okay, North Highlands map. Whoa. Such a high level of detail. It looks as though the army's surveying expertise is being put to good use. Indeed, I hope it'll prove useful during your field study. Thank you very much, sir. Alright, that's about it from me. You should be heading out. May the blessing of the winds and the goddess be with you. Give my regards to the elder and the Lakan. We will. Thank you for seeing us off, sir. If you'll excuse us then.
This is worlds apart from the bustle of the city.
It really is. I feel like I'm one with the wind.
Indeed, but if you didn't go too fast, that would be great.
I'm sure it will feel natural in time. No doubt the riding club would be fuming with envy if they could see us now.
I'll bet.
Anyway, my home settlement is due northeast of here. Hopefully we'll be able to reach it before sundown.
Right.
Let's move.
How to ride horse. Horseback riding controls are largely the same as those for regular movements. Use the left stick to move, dash by pressing L1.
Yeah.
Such a tutorial. How to move. Exactly the same as you did before. And there.
You're as excited as a child.
I think I'm just caught up in the moment.
Yeah.
Try to do the old E3 move. So which way do we go? Plains are so vast that it's surprisingly easy to lose your sense of direction. True, maybe it'll help if I showed you a couple of major landmarks to help you get your bearings. Over that way is the gate. That's where we set out from. That landmark over there is Triangular Rock, sort of the centerpiece of this part of the Highlands. It's so massive. further away we can see it from, the better of a landmark it will be. Oh, what's that building over to the left of it? Oh, Dad, it's a watchtower built by the Imperial Army in the southeastern part of the Highlands. I heard they built it to keep an eye on the Corporate Republic over to the east. So that's an Imperial Army's watchtower. I suppose it should come as no surprise that the army would want a watchtower there. Here, through the Highlands, border both Corbett and Livonia, much like Frostbill. Yep, and finally, if you look towards those mountains, my home is out in that direction. Gotcha. Let me take another look at the map. Okay, I think I have a better idea where everything is now. It seems like we ought to keep this map handy until we are more familiar with the Highlands, though. Come to think of it, what are those stone pillars over there? Oh, now that you point them out, I'm surprised I didn't notice them before. They seem man-made, or at the very least, not the sort of construct nature would leave lying about. There are quite a few similar objects and structures scattered across the Highlands. Most folks think they are what remains of the Neolithic civilization that existed here 1,000 years ago. Wow, that's pretty far back. I suppose, in that way, they are not dissimilar from the animist ruins in Livonia. Perhaps so. I am not surprised you're curious about them, but we should save that discussion for later. Right now, we need to reach the settlement before sundown. Right? Okay, let's ride. Right. But with this, let's end the episode here, and see you next time. Bye bye.